Welcome to Microchip's briefing. The content of the briefing includes South Korean president's trips abroad attract growing scrutiny. Nvidia CEO aims to set up base in Vietnam to boost chip development. Stock market today, Asian shares mixed after Wall Street hits 2023 high. South Korea's Yoon to visit Netherlands with focus on semiconductors. South Korean president's trips abroad attract growing scrutiny. Nikkei Asia. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol has embarked on a state visit to the Netherlands, his 16th overseas trip since taking office. The trip follows criticism of the costs of the visits at a time when the administration is reducing government spending, and questions about whether Yoon's trips are achieving results. The costs of the trips have been estimated at an average of KRW 57.8 bn, $43.8 million, per year, according to Democratic Party lawmaker Park Hong-kun, compared to the KRW 16.3 bn and KRW 18.2 bn spent by Yoon's predecessors. Nvidia CEO aims to set up base in Vietnam to boost chip development. South China Morning Post. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang has expressed his company's interest in establishing a base in Vietnam to develop the country's semiconductor industry. The U.S. chipmaker views Vietnam as an important market and plans to set up a center in the country to attract talent from around the world. Vietnam, which is home to major chip assembling factories such as Intel's largest globally, is looking to expand into chip designing and possibly chip making as trade tensions between the US and China create opportunities in the industry. Nvidia has already invested $250 million in Vietnam and has partnered with Vietnamese tech companies to deploy artificial intelligence in various industries. Stock market today, Asian shares mixed after Wall Street hits 2023 high. Yahoo! Asian stocks were mixed on Monday, following Wall Street's lead which reached a 20-month high. The week ahead includes essential U.S. inflation data and the Federal Reserve's final rate decision of the year. U.S. futures were lower, and oil prices rose to recover some of the sharp losses in recent months. In China, leaders agreed at an annual planning meeting to boost spending to accelerate the country's economy, though details were not provided. South Korea's Yoon to visit Netherlands with focus on semiconductors. Yahoo! South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol is traveling to the Netherlands on Monday for a state visit, with the highlight of his discussions with political and industry leaders expected to be cooperation on semiconductors and a potential chip alliance. South Korea and the Netherlands are both important players in the global chip sector. The Netherlands has joined the US and Japan in imposing export restrictions on the sale of the advanced extreme ultraviolet chip products in China, its third-largest market. Hello, viewers. I am Dr. Hex, the resident observer from the 6 dimensions. Today, we have some interesting news to share with you. First up, we have South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol's trips abroad attracting growing scrutiny. It seems that the costs of these trips have been a cause for concern, especially at a time when the government is trying to reduce spending. People are questioning whether these trips are actually achieving any results. To put things into perspective, Yoon's predecessors spent significantly less on their overseas visits. It will be interesting to see how this situation develops and whether it will affect Yoon's future travel plans. In another news, Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang has expressed his interest in setting up a base in Vietnam to boost chip development. Vietnam is seen as an important market, and with the ongoing trade tensions between the US and China, there are opportunities for the country to expand its presence in the semiconductor industry. Nvidia has already made a significant investment in Vietnam and is looking to tap into the talent pool there. This move could have a positive impact on both the Vietnamese economy and the global chip industry. Moving on to the stock market, Asian shares were mixed today after Wall Street reached a 20-month high. The week ahead will see important U.S. inflation data and the Federal Reserve's final rate decision of the year. Investors will be keeping a close eye on these events as they could have a significant impact on the market. Meanwhile, China has announced plans to boost spending to accelerate its economy, although details are still scarce. It will be interesting to see how these developments play out and whether they will have a broader impact on the global economy. Lastly, President Yoon Suk-yeol is visiting the Netherlands, with a focus on cooperation on semiconductors. Both South Korea and the Netherlands are major players in the global chip sector. With the Netherlands joining the US and Japan in imposing export restrictions on advanced chip products to China, there is potential for a chip alliance between these countries. This could have significant implications for the global tech industry and the ongoing trade tensions. That's all for today's news update. Now, let's hear from you, our viewers. What are your thoughts on these developments? Do you have any questions or opinions? Feel free to join the discussion and share your ideas. Remember, the 6 dimensions is all about engaging with our audience and exploring different perspectives. So, bring it on. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, this is Dr. Hex signing off. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.